Hey folks, 1881 MF. Life is just a buzzing in East Tennessee. Today I'm going to make an attempt to replace this guy right here, a multifunction blinker switch. I've been getting random problems with my blinkers, my high beams, my washers, and I've replaced a lot of things, and I don't think I have a short, so that's it. I'm going to replace it. They say, some people say you have to take the steering wheel off, some people say you don't. We'll try. We'll find out. I do know you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, a straight head screwdriver, a Torx wrench. I'm going to need a flashlight. And that's all you need. So first thing you want to do is kill your battery. You know, we're messing with airbags, so we don't want this sucker blowing off in our hands, in our face. So I'm going to disconnect both sides just for giggles, and we'll go from there. By the way, once you disconnect your battery, let your truck sit for at least 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, and let the power deplete out of the airbag. You don't want to take any chances. Alright, after your battery is depleted, you're going to need your torque wrench. And right there, see those two holes right there? Take your torque wrench, pull those two bolts out. After you do that, there's another one right here. Take that guy out. And then this right here, I think you can pry out with a screwdriver straight out, so we'll find out. So I took this other panel right here off. It was right here. It's just on there with two Torx screws. I took it off just to give me some more room to view everything, but it's not required for this job. So I've took out my 3 Torx screws. One in here, which is silver. It's a little different than the others. And then these 2 spots right here. One here and one there. Torx screws again. Pulled them out. Now this kind of got to push in here. Just kind of push in there and it kind of breaks loose. Like that. And then we'll come to the other side. Do the same thing. So that, we'll kind of pull this top part off now. So that's step 1. Now we need to pry this off. Stick a screwdriver in there and pry that out of there. So this little piece right here comes, if you pull it out like that, straight down. See how that is? Kind of slides. Just slides right on there. So got that. Now we should be able to get this guy off, and I'm gonna, there you go. Boom. It's off. Okay, now see these 2 connections here? I believe those are the airbags. I've let my airbag deplete for 30 minutes after turning off the battery, and I'm going to pop these 2 out. And then I'll come back for more. Okay, the next thing I did, because I am going to take the steering wheel off, was right, I don't know if you can see it, right here, and on this other back part back here on the steering wheel. That's how you remove the airbag. I took out these guys, which happen to be 10mm for whatever reason. Once again, I've let my airbag deplete. So now from here, gently pull that airbag off, and then get back in there and disconnect. And then set this somewhere out of the way, this side pointing up, in case it goes off. I'm going to set it down there on my passenger side floor. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pull out my next screws right here all the way around, remove my steering wheel all the way off, and then I'll come back on that. Alrighty, I disconnected that yellow one and that green one, and now I'm going to gently put this ticking time bomb over here on the ground, facing up, in case it goes off. Okay, so now as you can see, things are pretty easy from here. We're going to go ahead and we got to get that bolt out right there. And then after that, we got to get these guys out. Phillips head screwdriver, and that might be 1/2 inch. I'm not real sure, 9/16 maybe. So I've taken out this Gigantor bolt, which was 1/2 inch, right there. Now I'm going to disconnect these 2 spots right here. And I don't think I need to take these guys off. I'll leave all those there. And I'm going to rock this steering wheel off. There is a steering wheel puller, I guess, but I think if you rock it off, that helps. So, almost there. So I got the steering wheel off, and this connection right here proved to be difficult. And if you look, I don't know if you can see this, but right there in that groove, you put a little screwdriver in there, push that in, and then pull that out. So, next step. Remove this screw, Phillips head, Phillips head, Phillips head, and Phillips head. And then you should be able to pull it off from there. So I took out this screw, this screw, this screw, and that screw, Phillips head. This piece pulls right off. And then next thing is, I don't know if you can see it here or not, but right here, another screw right here. And maybe another 1 or 2. So we're going to take all that off to where we can pull off this thing and replace it with this thing. Whoop whoop! So I took out a screw on top here and a screw on bottom, small Phillips heads, and this piece should just come right off. There you go, let's try it out. There it is. That's the old one. This is the new one. And to put it back on, we're going to do reverse. We're going to put this on first, right here. We'll eventually have to connect this power back here. We're going to put the 2 screws back on top and bottom. And then we're going to slide this guy back on. And then we're going to put 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4 back on that. And then from there we're going to put our steering wheel on there, make our connections right here, bolt it down, and then put everything back together from there. Easy. So I put the new blinker on, or the new multi-function switch, whatever. I slid it on there, put my 2 Phillips head screws in right here. Now I'm going to put this piece back on, and if you look, there's a little notch right there, and on this thing right there, there's a little notch right there. When you put this on, that lines up. Now all your holes align. You can put all your screws in there and you know it's right. Whoops. Okay, I got that little electrical ring on there. Screwed it back on with my 4 screws. 1, 2, and then these 2 that go to the blinker assembly. Now I'm going to put the wheel back on, and if you notice right there, you see that little groove? Let me see if I can get my finger in there. See that little groove right there? That's the groove you want to line your steering wheel up with, which, if we look at the steering wheel, you see that right there? Right there is the groove. Can't see it, trust me. When you put that on there, you line up your grooves, and then it's a piece of cake. So I lined up the steering wheel in that little notch that I showed you in there, and you kind of got to rock it in there gently, but see this piece right here, it kind of rotates around, that thing that had all of our electrical charges to it. So make sure you have this pointing over to the left hand side, like that. Now I'm going to plug my cables in, my 2 wires, right here and right here, and then I'm going to add my airbag back on and plug that guy into here, carefully. And then we're going to screw this big bolt back in here and hold our steering wheel in place, and then take our airbag right here, connect that yellow one and that green one back, and we'll screw it in from the back. 2 screws. So there it is. Put on the new multifunction switch. Got everything back together, connected the battery back up, and verified it worked. So easy, folks. 2004 Dodge Ram pickup truck. Part cost me 60 bucks. Solved all my problems. Do it yourself, folks. It's not that difficult, especially when there's people on YouTube giving you ways of doing it. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to me. Keep getting stuff out there for you. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.